Happy New Year, ladies and gentlemen, from the Over 50 Hockey Network. We are about to begin the 2015 portion of the winter season in just a couple of minutes or so. And of course, the Red Army, the winless 0-3 Red Army, that is taking on the 2-1 Yellow Jacket team that is looking to continue their winning ways at this point. I'm Angelo Ponto, bringing you all the live action here. My co-partner here, Andy Townsend, ready to give you another Sunday double-outer, over 50 hockey action. Andy, what should we expect from this match today?
Well, it's very simple right now. You have the 2-1 Yellow Jackets. Everything's going their way. At this point, they're getting very lucky in terms of the games. They're getting the offensive momentum needed, of course, with Neil Armstrong and his players. So they have definitely been able to step up to the punch. Meanwhile, Red Army, they have no direction per se. They're still squandering their chances. You know, there's a little bit of sparks of hope here and there, but right now at 0-3, things aren't going to be looking up for them anytime soon. And of course, with the absence of Brad Pallett, the new 5-star player, you know, don't expect the Yellow Jackets to get a fiesta going in terms of the scorekeeping. Well, that is perceived to be a goal-scoring fiesta, but of course with Chewy in net, because Brian Vick is out, Chewy will be the standing keeper for the Red Army today. So hopefully, you know, if he has a good performance, maybe the Red Army will have a fighting chance against this highly offensive-powered Yellow Jackets. What's the last name? All right. And that was Angelo Pontello giving us the word on the new player for the Red Army, as Randy Cristiano will most likely be suffering a season-ending injury. And all we got was the first name was Howie, but we'll probably, you know, we'll create some kind of last name for him as it goes. Oh yeah, definitely Howie for last.
Telecast?
Who? So we're just about ready for face-off, as teams will head to their bench to go over some game planning stuff, but it should be an exciting one. And when we return, it'll be the Yellow Jackets taking on the Red Army, who are looking for their first win to try to start off the new year right. Welcome back here, folks. Shortly, we're about to begin face-off. And the starting lineups are coming out for the Red Army. And it looks like RT3 will be the one taking the face off. And it looks like the confusion for the Red Army with the lineups continue here. Oh, this is what you call poor mismanagement of which lineups are coming out there. And now they get their lineup there. Rick Nader will be the starting center. Left wing, Steve Gorman. Right wing, Ray Toller. Guiro Berge, Angelo Pontello back at defenseman. As the puck looks like it flips high, they're looking to try to kill fans early here. And of course, the starting lineup for the Yellow Jackets, you had at center Luda Meza, left wing Mark Giacomin, right wing Kenny Pullman, with the defenders Tom Buchholz and Steve Paganella. And the head referee in today's game is Dave Collins, along with the woman ref as the assistant, as Guiro Berge will head back over to the left center. He will look to get the pass off to Angelo Pontello. Pontello trying to move it up quickly to RT3. They'll find an open Steve Gorman on the left side. Paganella chasing behind quickly, looking for the setup, and this one goes in the Yellow Jacket end. Trying to set up to Nader. Nader gets it back to Pontello, firing the shot quickly. Strader knocks it away. Nader quickly looking for the rebound. Shoots it high, hits Toller. Puck is bouncing around in the crease area. Another shot taken, and Buchholz will get this one cleared out. And Chewy will let this one go for the icing call. Again, nice pace here for the Red Army to try to start something off real quick here. That is the way to try to stop these Yellow Jackets. You have to take advantage quickly. They are weak in the defensive unit, so you have to make sure you contain them in their own zone. Liebler and Armstrong now on the face-off. Puck now deep in the Yellow Jacket end. And Sharino looking to get this one cleared off to Scott McCants, covered by Ricci, trying to set up to Armstrong and just out of Lustman's reach. As he will go ahead and dump this one. Jeff Choler trying to get this one out. Armstrong trying to set it up to Lustman. Now it gets back over to Sharina. He will wind up with a shot. This one gets bounced away, and here comes Ricci. And he's got Liebler and Finley. No, Armstrong takes it away again.
And Armstrong's going to try to take it for himself. He's going to fire the shot. Chewy's going to misfire this one, and this one's in. Very poor defensive unit there for the Red Army. They definitely laxed. That should have been an easy shot to stop. And right there, the Red Army continued to have problems. And with that, Neil Armstrong takes the lead for the Yellow Jackets, 1-0. Again, really poor effort there by the Red Army. They had Neil Armstrong covered. If there was Angelo Pontello, or at least a decent play out there that could have poke checked the puck away from Armstrong, it was right in position, but they allowed him to get that shot. And Garrick slips and falls, and here comes the Red Army opportunity. Here comes Liebler looking to set up back over to Ricci. Firing the shot, but yet it'll be stayed by Arnie Strader. At least from the Yellow Jackets perspective, a defensive gap, and everybody's still there to come up with the save. And of course, Arnie Strader with the performance there. And now there will be a lineup change for the Red Army as well as the Yellow Jackets. Pontello reverse back in as the defenders. And they definitely need to put some points on the board now if they're looking to get back in this one. This will go back over to Pontello, firing the shot. Tipped away by Madalena. Wow. That could have been a real nice shot for Strader to stop, but lucky for him, John Madalena was there to tip the puck in the opposite direction. And now they're going to have to regroup. Buckles misfires the pass, and here comes Howie Jackson. And this puck will get cleared out. Again, Red Army still trying to find their way here, and it's starting to get into the middle of the season. And they're still having no direction, basically no power right now. And the Yellow Jackets, you have to say, the Yellow Jackets are off to a not very great start, but the one opportunity they have down in the Red Army zone, Neil Armstrong's there to capitalize. Nader and DeMeza on the face-off. Paganello trying to get to it quickly before Pontello. He will. And this shot gets over to DeMeza, and here comes DeMeza the other way. And Lightning Lou trying to get around Roberts, but he gets the poke knocked away from him. This one back over to Giacomin. Yellow Jackets trying to take advantage. This one back over to DeMeza. Shoots right back over to Giacomin. And Roberts trying to get this one cleared out. Intercepted by Buchholz. Deflected by Nader, and here comes Howie Jackson. Misfires, and here comes Giacomin for the Yellow Jackets. Sets it back over to DeMeza. Misfires, and here comes Angelo Pontello, and he's off to the races. Only one defender back, and here comes Sharina for the Yellow Jackets jumping in. Sets it back over to Nader. Looking to set around to Strader. No one there, and here comes Buchholz to the Yellow Jackets, and they'll get this one cleared out. And they will call an icing call. Lucky for Chewy there. But yet another offensive opportunity for the Red Army, but of course there was just no positioning right at the last second. Nader was looking for Pontello in that deep crease, but he was not there, and of course that ends up being an opportunity for Buchholz to clear the puck out with 9:07 to go in the opening period. Liebler and Armstrong on the face-off. This one going back over to Toller, and here comes Scott McCants quickly on top of him.
Feeling better?
He'll find Quicko. And they'll give it right back over to Ira Lussman. Here comes McCants. And Chewy will get this one knocked out. And it's back over to Armstrong. They're going to set to Quicko. Back over to McCants. This one now back over to Sharina. This one off the boards. Now back over to Armstrong. And RT3 will get this one cleared out. Steve Gorman trying to get to it first. He does. Now back over to Ray Toller. Toller's got some open opportunity. Looking back over to Steve Gorman. Looking at a shot, and Garrett knocks it away. Looking to set up to Toller. Bouncing puck around. Strader trying to knock it away. He barely does. And a bouncing puck around still doesn't go in the net. And here come the Yellow Jackets the other way. From Sharina now back over to Armstrong. This one now back over to Quicko trying to set up. Armstrong being worked off of against by Gorman. Bouncing puck. Chewy looking to try to finish. Neil Armstrong trying to finish. And referee will quickly halt play. The net was off. Now going over to Ricci quickly, but Paganello will keep it in play for the Yellow Jackets. Now back over to Nader, deflected off of Sincata, bouncing puck. Now back over to Paganello again. And of course, the way these teams are playing, you know, you have to realize that you know, the Red Army are doing everything they can. And there comes the first penalty. Tom Buchholz will be nailed with it. And it was an obvious call. Pontello basically lowered his shoulder over. But either way, Buchholz will be sent to the hot box. 7:45 to go, and an opportunity for the Red Army to capitalize. Now is the time. Tisch versus Nader. This one back over to Sharina. And Pontello will stop it. This puck bouncing around. Tisch trying to clear this one out. Stopped over to Finley. Sharina misses it. Here comes Ricci looking to set up back over to Pontello. Bouncing puck, looking for the finish. Here comes Pontello again. Bouncing puck around, but here comes Garrick looking to try to get this one cleared out. He does. And so for the Yellow Jackets, they get a little bit of a breather here as Chewy will feed the puck off to Roberge. And look to get the pass up to Nader quickly. And Nader will skate around looking for some options. And he finds Finley. Looking to set it back over to Ricci the other way. Working off of Garrick. This one back over to Finley. They'll set up to Roberge looking to make the setup shot here. Weak shot now over to Nader, and it will yet be saved by Arnie Strader. And right now, Angelo, you can see clearly this is, again, you know, you look at this Yellow Jacket team that's made of a bunch of forwards, and even at playing at the defensive position, they're doing a pretty decent job against this Red Army team. And it's kind of a little bit embarrassing to see that the Red Army cannot get the puck moving. Ricci now back over to Toller, firing the shot, deflected off of Sharina, and this one almost a breakaway opportunity for Ludamez, and now back over to Quicko, quickly saving it. Looking to set up back over from Sharina. Here comes Giacomin, and now comes Lightning Lou with the pass, looking to skate up quickly. Toller trying to get this one cleared out. Quicko now gets the pass off the boards, now off to Ricci. Ricci looks to get off the Toller, and they will get this one cleared out. 25 seconds remain. And Liebler trying to move the puck up quickly. Angelo Pontello, they're coming back, and here he comes. Looking to get the pass, still going over to Howie, and he misses. And this one's going to get cleared out again. And with 10 seconds to go, Chewy's going to look for a man to feed the puck to. And he shoots it right to Scott McCants. And it will be bounced away by Roberge. Bouncing puck, here comes Armstrong looking to try to finish to get it off to McCants. And Larry Liebler will get this one puck cleared out. Obviously not a smart choice by Chewy to try to pass it up when Pontello was right there. And he shoot it right towards McCants. And of course Scott McCants, if he was in a better position, that would have been an easy goal and a 2-0 lead. Pontello coughs up the puck to Armstrong, and he will regain possession. Again, another poor performance by the Red Army. They're just letting these Yellow Jackets walk all over them right now. And of course with that, there'll be an offsides call. Howie Jackson jumping off the blue line. 5:18 to go in the opening period. Yellow Jackets with a tight 1-0 lead at the moment. Nader to take the face-off against Armstrong. And this one blasts towards the Red Army zone. Angelo Pontello regroups. He'll get this one off the boards. And of course with the plank board there, a piece of glass must have been broken. But he did get the pass off to Madalena. Now here comes Paganella up. Paganella gets it over center ice and entering the Red Army zone. It gets passed around Pontello. Here comes Paganella looking to finish. Armstrong gets the pass off to Lussman. Lussman looking to fire the shot. Deflected a piece by Nader. Puck bouncing around. McCants trying to fire the shot. And Yellow Jackets looking to rebound. Madalena looking to get it out there. And he gets the bouncing puck past Lussman. And this will give it the Red Army an opportunity to regroup. Strader feeds it off to Buchholz. Back over to Gorman. This is Jeff Toller. Off the boards looking to set up to Ray Toller. Instead, Tisch coughs the puck away, but there's Sincata, and he will finish the clearance. Gets it off to Pernice, taking the firing shot. And Chewy's going to fall on the puck for the save.
But look at this defensive unit. I mean, they continue to struggle. They're just letting the Yellow Jackets do whatever they want in this Red Army zone. Right now, but that's what you see, Angelo. You see a weak defensive unit that they're not really fast and they're letting plays happen and they're not very aggressive off the puck. And when you have an aggressive offense like the Yellow Jackets do and have forwards that want to score, that is not a good equation for the Red Army to try to keep this game up defensively right now. I mean, like, you look right now and the defenders they have out there and the just overall the defense currently on that field, the 5 men for the Red Army out there, they're just not putting a lot of effort into this one, and that's what's allowing the Yellow Jackets to have this 1-0 lead. Quicko will get this one in the Yellow Jacket end. This one now back over to Gorman. Weaver looking to set up. This one now back over to Garrick, looking to get this one cleared out. And Jeff Quicko will try to skate for the puck. And he'll get to it, and he will get around in the Red Army zone. And he will get the bounce pass off towards Toller. And this one's going to be strangled by Strader for the icing call. And with 3:12 to go, there will be another lineup change by both teams. And the original lineup is now back out there.
No go.
So now Lightning Lou deep in the Red Army zone, taking the face-off against Rick Nader. Ricci now with the puck, he'll get the pass back towards Roberge. Roberge in his own end gets the pass around to Finley. Heavily covered by Giacomin, now finds Pontello. Trying to flip the puck high, Buckles gets a deflection, and this one get knocked out by Finley. Buckles trying to keep it in the Red Army end. He does, and here comes Roberge, struggling to get it out. Shoots it right to Mark Giacomin. Puck now around to Pontello. Finds Ricci. Stripping it loose is Kenny Pullman, but Pontello will get this one back around again. Now finds Nader. And an offside's called by Finley, although...
Call that lazy. Grab that back foot.
Couldn't have said it any better from Grey Wolf defenseman Pete Dominici.
Marty said that.
Or of course that foot was dragging, and of course Finley trying to get in position, got the puck right after he just crossed the blue line as Ricci takes the shot, and Strader once again makes another save. Face off to Nader against the Meza. This one now back over to Finley. Trying to set up to Quicko, now over to Toller. Gets around the Meza and Sharina. Now finds Finley again. This one now around to Buckles with 2:08 to go. Just gets it off to Giacomin. Looking for Ricci to set up over to Nader, and Buckles will get this one knocked out again. Nader regroups, now over to Finley trying to get to the puck. And Ricci trying to get to it, but instead here comes Paganella. Breaks through 2 Red Army players, only Jeff Toller back. Looking to set up to Demeza, but of course Toller gets a stick in there and he gets it out of reach for him. Over to Giacomin in the Red Army end. Now over to Jackson. Quicko knocking Giacomin off the puck. Toller trying to get the board pass off, but instead it's intercepted. Quicko shooting off of McCants. Giacomin trying to get around Quicko, trying to set back over to McCants. Trying to find his shot, but of course Toller's there to work off of him. Puck now over to Madalena. And the puck is going to get shot right back to the Yellow Jackets. Neil Armstrong with the puck, and then Jeff Quicko will finally get this one cleared out.
Back to kindergarten.
All the way back to Strader, and Sharina will regroup. As we are now in the final minute of the opening period, Liebler getting a handle on the puck, now gets it off to Pontello. Working off of McCants.
Oh my God, you had the whole net. What were they trying out there?
And here comes Pontello looking for the setup there. Another shot taken, Strader knocks it away. Roberge trying to get this one set up, shoots it away from Sharina, now off to Garrett.
Setting up to Madalena. Puck now back over to Roberge. Dangerous there. McCants almost looked like he was going to get on pursuit, and if he would have had a handle on that puck, who knows what could have happened. Serena trying to move it up to Armstrong. He does. Puck flipped high, bouncing puck. Chewy knocks it away. This one out of Roberge. Shoots it right into a Yellow Jacket. Pontello trying to get this one cleared out. This one off to Serena with 2 seconds to go. And Lussman can't get a handle on it, and that's how the first period is going to end. Of course, I think I did see there in the final minute that there was a couple of Red Army players past the blue line, and that could have been an offsides call, and the referees did not even see that one coming. Well, what can you expect? It's Dave. Well, what can you expect? It's Dave Collins. Of course, there's going to be things that are going to get blown, and his crew. So I mean, they're not the best crew out there right now for over 50 hockey. But at the same time, that could have been detrimental to the game had the Red Army have scored. I mean, clearly you look back at the tape there, and you know, you have to get a little bit better of a job, because especially with a tight game right now being 1-0, you know, any call can go and that can help any team in each favor. So you have to still play. But for the Red Army, despite the regression that they're doing, you have to look at this Yellow Jacket team, and from a team that's normally been known to score, they've only been able to get 1 goal so far this period. First intermission, 1-0 Yellow Jackets when we return. This is Over 50 Hockey on the Pontello Broadcasting Network. Second period shortly, just about ready to begin. We have Bill Tisch going to be taking the face-off against Rick Nader. Puck shot right to Paganella like a cannon. This one now off to the boards. Finds Sincata looking for Tisch. Over the middle in the Red Army zone. Skates around to the left. Looking for the setup. This one bounced around. And everybody couldn't find the puck on that one. And RT3 will get this one past Buckholz. Tisch quickly skating back for the puck. Gorman in pursuit. Slips and falls, but now back over to Nader. And of course Nader has to wait. And unfortunately he is forced to dump it out. Gorman could not get back on sides in time. Tola regroups for the Red Army. We'll find the pass over to Quicko. Quicko now finds Nader. We'll move it up. Sincata comes in the way. Nice tackle off of Gorman. Sincata regroups, looking to get this one from Pernice now to Paganella. We'll fire the shot, and believe it was a save by Chewy. Yes, it was. Yeah, of course, Paganella, the king of the of getting the shot through the 5-hole on keepers. He tried out Chewy that time, and of course Chewy was there for the save despite the first time attempt by Armstrong. And of course Neil Armstrong shot through the 5-hole, being the only score in this game so far, as we have played 13 minutes of hockey total. Ricci's shot off the boards, this one coming back. Liebler quickly on top of Sharina. This one now sets up to Ricci, looking to shoot to Liebler, but yet it's Arnie Strader there with the save. Ricci had a flip shot attempt, looking to try to finish to Liebler, but just out of his reach and into the glove of Arnie Strader. And of course Arnie Strader right now on his game as usual. You know, any shot attempt right now by the Red Army, they're gonna have to work a little bit harder to get it past him. Puck over to Garrett, trying to get this one cleared out, instead intercepted by Pontello. We'll fire the shot. This one now back over to Liebler, looking to set up, and it's Garrett who knocks it away. Now back over to Finley. We'll fire the shot. Bouncing shot into the Red Army zone. Now back over to Ricci to Liebler. We'll get this one off to Finley. We'll fire the shot. Strader knocks away. Rebound shot. Flipped high over to Ricci, and it slides through, and it goes in! Beautiful tic-tac-toe work for the Red Army, and they finally get some plays, and now we've seen yet another spark from the Red Army happen here. That is just amazing to see at this point. You know, the Red Army, that's simply what you have to start from right now, is you have to go back to square one. You have to look for the offensive threats in the red zone setup. And in that zone setup, you have to always keep any kind of Houdini opportunities happening, but that was just clearly an awesome flip shot by Liebler, flipping the puck up high, and Ricci was there to finish. Finley trying to get this one cleared out. More bounces in the air. This one now back over to Garrett. Coleman looking to set up, now back over to Giacomin. This puck just left of the keeper. Demeza trying to finish, and the puck continuing to bounce around. And you can tell that these over 50 hockey players are struggling to control this puck that just wants to keep bouncing all day. And here comes Finley on a 2-on-1 off of Sharina. Now looks to set up to Ricci. Big opportunity. And this one now back over to Garrick. A big opportunity to quickly take the lead for the first time. And they just botched the 2-on-1 possession thanks to Sharina's help. Now back over to Demeza looking to finish, firing the shot. This one knocked away by Chewy. Puck off to Paganella, and play will quickly halt there. .9:18 to go in the second period. We are tied up here at 1 in game 1 of our doubleheader here at the Ice Sports Forum. Yellow Jackets 1, Red Army 1. And checking in now is Angelo Pontello. Nader to Armstrong on the faceoff. Jackson will flip this one back. Pontello will beat out McCants for the puck. No, it's going to get to Armstrong instead, firing the shot. Chewy will kick this one high. Deflects off the glass and out of the ring. How about that? Well, again, you know, Red Army, you can tell that this is going to be a hard season for them anyways. You don't have the most talented players overall on this squad. But at the same time, if you continue to work slowly but surely, you're going to get your opportunities here and there. Nader trying to get around Madalena, trying to get this one cleared up, but instead will be stopped by Paganella. This one now off to McCants. Robert's trying to get this one set, and he shoots it right into Nader, and here comes McCants back with the puck again, intended for Armstrong, and they shoot right back over to Paganella. Red Army have to play a little bit smarter than that. Of course, Roberts will shoot it right back to Chewy. This one off to Pontello, trying to get this one cleared out, but instead Buckholz will keep it in the Red Army zone. And now Pontello's pass will set up to Nader. Nader losing a little bit of balance, looking to regroup, will get the pass back over to Toller. Finding Madalena. He'll take the shot. Missed opportunity for Jackson to finish. Now back over to McCants, looking for an open Neil Armstrong. And there he is. And Pontello will strip the puck loose, and they will regroup. Puck over to Paganella. And suddenly, play will halt, and they will regroup over in the Yellow Jacket zone. I'm kind of a little bit rusty on my rules there, Angelo. Not exactly sure what happened there, but I think some kind of dislodgement, offensive, something threat. No, that's, I guess, the ruling I'm going to be calling it, because I mean, I don't know exactly what happened. Neither did I, Andy. Of course, you know, we're still learning on our rules and all, but whatever happened, Yellow Jackets must have had some kind of error that allowed them, that forced them to have the puck being relocated back into their own zone. So for the Red Army, there could have been a great opportunity to retake the lead. Of course, Quicker working off of Bill Tisch. Tisch reaches to the puck. Knocked off the puck. Quickle looking to get this one back over. Sharina stops it. He'll fire the shot. Tisch looking to set up. Now it's back over to Quickle. Gets this pass off the boards. Stopped by Garrick. This one now over to Sharina. Fires the shot. This one to Toller. Puck flipped high. This one to RT3 trying to get this one out. This one to Garrick. Double covered by Red Army players. Now it's back over to Liebler with 6:50 to go. This one off the boards, looking for Steve Gorman. He slips and falls, and a big opportunity for the Red Army goes for naught. This one off the boards. This one now back over to Giacomin. Gets around Gorman. Here comes Giacomin across the Red Army zone. Looks to set up. This one now back over to Nader. Looking to set up to Finley. This one now flies back towards Buckholz. Puck is in for Finley. Gets it around Kenny Coleman. Looks to get the pass off to Nader. Instead, it's intercepted by Kenny Pullman, and here comes a 2-on-0 breakaway. Gets it off to Lightning Lou. Looking to finish, and it's saved by Chewy. A dangerous opportunity for the Yellow Jackets to take the lead. And it goes for naught on a 2-on-0 breakaway, thanks to an errant pass by Finley. Of course, Tom Finley, I think he was trying to get off to Nader. Not enough power, even though he knew Kenny Pullman was on top, and he almost gave Kenny Pullman a wrapped up, belated Christmas gift right there. But now to Nader as he tries to get off to Ricci in the Yellow Jacket zone. Puck shot high and deflected out of the ring, courtesy of Tom Buchholz. Yeah, of course, again, Tom Buchholz there, you know, keeping up with the players. It is definitely helping right now with this Yellow Jacket team that is suddenly, we're starting to see a little bit of drift happening. And of course, speaking of the pucks bouncing over there, that's why we have our fans relocated into the benches behind glass for protection. You never know what's going to be happening in this bouncing game. Pontello with the puck, gets it around Pullman. But of course, they double covered Pontello with Pullman and Paganella, and that will definitely help their chances. Finley looking to try to finish here. Bouncing puck. Continuing to bounce around Schrader's area. Puck will bounce out. Finley. Now off to Ricci, taken away by Buchholz. Here comes Paganella, shooting back the other way. Now back over to Ricci. Pullman looking to get off to Giacomin, just out of his reach. Now back over to Nader. Puck around the other way. Gets past Pullman. Looking for DeMezza, but instead it's taken away by Finley. Finley will take it across, and it's and they called it an offsides, although I was a little bit questioned on that one. I don't think that was quite an offsides there. Yeah, of course, again, it's all there on the ice. I mean, we think it's an offsides call, but I think the referees feel that they know better, even though history has shown it that they've been blowing calls left, right, and center, but it's whatever at this point. Puck intercepted by Liebler, everyone on sides, and Liebler lost the puck. This one now back over to Tola. Garrett.
Come on, Dave.
And lots of patience being helped out. Yellow Jackets allowing to get their plays off. Armstrong looking to sit back over to McCants. This one gets knocked away. Here comes Tola the other way. Past Garrett. Sharina. Stopped by Madalena looking for the setup. Looks to set up to Liebler. Bouncing through, and it gets off of Strader's ankle. And it's in. And for the first time this season, the Red Army have a lead with 4:07 to go in the second. Again, how about that? And of course, when you look at that, you look at Sharina trying to clear this one out, and he shoots it right to John Madalena, which is the most underrated player in this league. The guy who cannot skate, the human pylon, whatever you want to call it. Nobody thinks he's going to get the puck, but of course that time, Madalena had the right shot off, and he definitely pulled the Yellow Jackets that time. And of course, that is one of the biggest mistakes now these days in the Silver 50 Hockey League, is to see that just because someone can't skate, and what's going on here? A slashing on Angelo Pontello. What is Dave Collins smoking here today with 3:51 to go in the second? I don't think we saw any slashing of kind. Yeah, I could definitely see there was a holdup going on, but to say that it was a slashing on Neil Armstrong, you gotta do a little bit better than that, Dave. You definitely have to be a little bit better. And of course, this is exactly what we're talking about, Andy, which you cannot trust referees like Dave Collins and this staff, because this is exactly what happens. It's like, you can see a little bit of questionable stuff, but the thing is, every time they mark it in the books on what kind of penalty it is, they always get it wrong. I mean, I know personally we're not the kind of people that don't know hockey as much, but we certainly know enough to figure out that you have to call it the right way. And a slashing on Neil Armstrong, that's, once again, another regular missed call by Dave Collins. You got to be better.
Finley trying to get this one cleared out. Now over to Paganella, kicked away by Chewy. Gorman trying to get this one away. Here over to McCants. And now knocked off the puck was Steve Gorman by Neil Armstrong. Finley trying to get this one cleared out. Stopped, tipped away by Buckholz, but still quickly regains possession. We don't have the offsides call. Giro Burge will get this one cleared out. Arnie Strader signal for the icing call. Cannot get one. Now he'll get this one around Buckholz. 44 seconds remain in Pontello's. I still can't believe it. How do you call that a slashing? I mean, again, they got to do. And there's a hooking there by Bill Tisch. I don't believe this. They have to call the penalty, and they finally do. It looks like, or do they not? I can't believe this. You gotta be kidding me. No, and they're gonna reset the puck. This is, Andy, this is unbelievable. They have to do a better job of calling these plays. Well, again, I mean, these referees, they really don't, these aren't professionals by any chance. These referees aren't any good by any means. I mean, these are just USA people that they're just desperate to get any kind of referees they need. But again, I don't know what's going on. We should have all expected this when Dave Collins is at referee position. Tisch regroups. This one now over to Pernice. Sets it to Paganella. And of course we're back to full strength, but instead of Pontello coming out, Larry Liebler will check in.
Oh, you got count.
And the icing call made by Strader.
What's happening? I'll give you another display. Here's another body. So now I gotta go through all the concussions.
So deep in the Red Army zone, DeMeza and Larry Liebler will be on the face-off. Woman ref trying to signal for a 5th Red Army player to come out. Howie Jackson will check in on the ice. But again, Andy, we knew this was coming. When we saw the referees coming out there, we knew what was coming in terms of the calls already. Blown off sides call, and then of course questionable penalties, and then there were some things out there that should have been called a penalty that got easily waved off where they were turning the other head. I mean, this is what happens in the over 50 hockey league. You got people who just don't care, and that's what can lead to safety issues. And again, that's been one of the big things that we have to be watching out for. Yeah, and of course, again, it's one of those things where it happens every given Sunday. I mean, there's some times where some teams might bend the rules a little bit, where it may not be deemed, you know, safe, or maybe deemed penalty-wise. But either way, you know, you have to look at this, and then from a team's perspective, you have to realize which team does what, and then have to figure out how to move things on from what needs to be judged here. Because again, you know, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody does things in the perspective, but again, you can't, especially in a tight game like this, you have to be on your best game, and you know you're going to get yelled at if you make the wrong call. Bouncing puck. And Lou DeMeza will finish with 1:06 to go. So now, with the Red Army enjoying that little bit of lead, Yellow Jackets tied up with 1:06 to go in the second. And now we have ourselves a 2-all game. As the puck will be taken, Pontello almost lost some balance, but he quickly regains it. We'll find the puck up towards Howie Jackson. Looks to set up to Madalena. Madalena trying to set up to Nader, deflected off of Sharina, and here comes DeMeza the other way. This one back over to Pullman.
Heat him up, heat him up!
This one getting around to Giacomo. This one around to Giacomo. Off to Garrett. And of course there was another questionable call there. Howie Jackson threw a stick in Giacomo's face. I know he wasn't phased, but that could have been deadly.
native. Looks to set up to Gorman, and he's off with RT3, only buckles back. Gorman takes the shot, misfires. Just left of the net. And Garrick will get this shot knocked off, and that is how the second period is going to come to an end. We are tied here at 2, but of course, not exactly sure what is going to be happening. So Andy, not bad so far, I mean, for this Red Army perspective. Oh yeah, definitely. Red Army surprisingly have been keeping up with this Yellow Jacket team, because at this point you would tell that the Red Army has just been coming off, and they've been we've been known to see them. I'm not doing a hot stuff, but maybe this is the game where they're finally getting some of their rhythm together, and the way they've been playing right now, you know, despite what they have, this is pretty good overall. Yes, of course, there's been a couple of calls here and there, but either way, this game has been pretty much even. And of course, for the Yellow Jacket side, they know they cannot be taking this Red Army team lightly anymore like the last time. So it's all about who's going to reposition themselves and who's going to win this one on out. So second intermission, we're tied at 2, and we will take a quick break here. This is Over 50 Hockey on the Pontello Broadcasting Network. Third period underway. Armstrong versus Liebler on the faceoff. Quick look gets a pass off the boards to RT3. This one now finds Liebler on the right side looking for an open shot. Deflected by Paganella. And now Liebler in the deep slot looking to set up. He'll get this puck back over towards Quicko. Now off the boards again. Sets up perfectly to Paganella. Works it back around to wide open Neil Armstrong, and he'll move it up to McCants. Looking to set up to Armstrong. Crisp pass. It's in. Red Army could not get back in time, and unfortunately, 30 seconds into the game, this is what happens. Yeah, game. Red Army had everything going, and then they just got the wrong pass off needed, and there was nobody there, and it was just Chewy. I mean, Red Army are making strides here, Randy, but again, if you give up defensively, you're gonna get killed. It's as simple as that. Puck intercepted by Ricci. They'll try to get this one cleared out. Stopped by Buchholz. Puck looking for McCants. This one now off the boards to Roberge. This one now back over to Roberge again, looking to set up. Tipped away by Lussman. Here comes Buchholz up the middle. And then the puck will get stripped away by Pontel. Now back over in Lussman's possession. Lussman trying to get this one passed up, but this one now back over to Pontello. He will have to regroup. Puck now sets up to Liebler. Stripped away by Paganella. Here come the Yellow Jackets the other way. Trying to make a move around Pontello. Barely did. And he'll take another shot. Missed left. Or missed right. And another misfired shot by McCann. So 2 consecutive shots from the right side. Knocked away. Roberge now sets up to Pontello. Finds an open Finley on the right side. Finley winds up for the shot just to the left, just around Ricci's reach. Paganella trying to get to the puck first before Toller, and he'll get this one cleared out. But now to Garrick, deflected off of Sincata. Bill Tisch on the right side. And here comes Jeff Toller the other way. Looking to get this one off the boards, and here comes Mike Ricci, foot race against Sharina. The puck will regroup. Off to Finley, hits Finley's skate. Canice shoots up the Nader. This one back around Quicko with an open opportunity. Will fire the shot, deflected off of Sharina. Quicko refires his shot, and it is saved by Strader. So a very arid, almost a big time error that could have been a tying goal for the Red Army from the Yellow Jacket standpoint. Could have been detrimental, but at the same time, Arnie Strader there, ready to go, lights out save. And of course, right now, Strader has to be 150% at this point, because the way he's been making the saves lately, Red Army's been capitalizing on most of their chances, but if they were capitalizing even more, you know this Red Army team would be in the lead right now, versus trailing 3-2. Puck pass almost around to Giacomin, gets it to him, now off to Lightning Lou, into the Red Army zone. Looking for Jackson to get this one clear out, now off to Nader, gets it around Giacomin. And here comes Jeff Toller the other way. Schreiner's there to knock it away. Here comes Quicko the other way. Looking to set up, this one off to McCants. Puck bouncing around, this one's gonna slide all the way back into the Red Army end. Chewy will signal for the icing call. And with that, both teams will change their line. 9:13 to go in the game again. From the Red Army perspective though, you have to start seeing Angelo Pontillo taking some chances here. Oh yeah, of course, because you know there's some open opportunities he's been having and he could be making the shots happen, but again, him being more of the playmaker and he wants to try to set other players up, that's hindering the chances here. Sometimes you just have to take advantage if you're looking to win the game. Roberge, now up to Pontillo, gets it around Madeline, now back over the Buckholz. Stripped away, and here comes Nader the other direction. But there's Paganella, he'll strip it back and he'll get a possession for the Yellow Jackets. Here comes Nader again. Double team by Yellow Jackets, now it's Buckholz with the puck. Off the boards, now off to Giacomin, off the boards again. Now reaches Lightning Lou, only Roberge back. Looking to set up to Pullman. And Pontillo strips it loose and he comes back the other way, intercepts it. Over center ice, gets around Buckholz. Looking to get around Giacomin, strips it loose, and here comes Buckholz the other way. Puck now back over to Paganella. This one off the boards wide open, and it's going to come over to Roberge. Puck sets off to RT3. 3 Yellow Jackets coming in on him. Puck bounced around from Sharina. Gorman almost got to it, and Sharina will shoot it right into his own bench with 8:14. Armstrong versus Liebler now in the face-off. This one now back over to Toller. Fires the shot, and it'll be low for Strader to make the save. This one now back over to Toller, looking to set up. This one back over to Gorman. Sets up to Liebler. Looking to finish over to RT3, and there's going to be a goal, but Dave Garrick shoves RT3 right into a Yellow Jacket. But with that, the Red Army tie it up with 7:58. Once again, 7:58 to go, and the Red Army is just neck and neck with these Yellow Jackets, not allowing them to get any room. Liebler now to take the face-off against Armstrong. This one now off to Quicko. Double covered by Yellow Jackets, but still gets the pass off to Ricci to get this one cleared out. Strader with the puck. He's going to fall on it for the save. Smart choice there by Arnie Strader. You see Larry Liebler on there. And the way Larry Liebler is making in the rush attempts, you know, with Arnie Strader in a tight game like this, he can't take any chances. Puck over to Armstrong. This one now back over to Nader. This one looking to be set up to Armstrong, but this one's going to go all the way out. And Roberge will regroup for the Red Army. Get the pass over to Pontillo on the other side. Looking for another setup intended for Roberge, or was it Nader? Not sure. But now intercepted by Garrick. Looking for Luskin to finish. Now it's off over towards Ricci. Now gets the pass over to Finley. And there'll be an offsides call. Ricci was over the blue line that time. 7:10 to go in the game.
I felt good. Bad coaching.
Rick Nader to take the face-off against Bill Tisch. Paganella trying to get to it, Ricci trying to skate to get it past, but he cannot do so. Sincata now off to Tisch. Sets up to Pernice, just out of his reach. Pontello trying to work off against him. This one now off the boards will slide back to Paganella. Jackson trying to strip it loose from Paganella, and now it's a fight for the puck. And coming away with this, Rick Nader now back over to Pontello. They'll find an open Finley, and Finley was just a few inches offsides, but yeah, he took the initial shot, and it shoots through Schrader's 5-hole, and it's a 4-3 lead.
It's all right.
So Finley was took an outside shot, and the way that shot was taken, oh boy. I would not have been surprised that the Yellow Jacket bench was to erupt that time. But with 6:39 to go, Red Army now back in the lead. But the question is, how long will that lead stand? Liebler shoots it back over to Paganella. Madalena gets the pass out to Liebler, or try to anyways. Lightning move back with the pucks. Got Buckholz and Giacomin. Will find over to Giacomin. Giacomin with the puck, trying to set up to Pullman. Instead it's intercepted by Toller. Schrader with the puck, looking to feed it. And now finds Buckholz. Gets the pass off to Giacomin, now looking for Pullman again. Working off of Gorman. And Pullman will have to get this one dumped into the Red Army end. Chip Quicko now with the puck. Looking to get this one cleared out. Past Gorman, but not past Garrett. Looking to set up to Serena. Instead, it's intercepted by Liebler. Could be dangerous here. Makes the move, trying to finish. There's a puck. Gorman trying to finish it. And a big opportunity to get a 2-goal lead for the Red Army. Suddenly collapsed at that moment, but now they're looking to regroup. Toller with the shot. Bounces off of Strader's glove. And just outside the crease. Garrick now looking to move this puck up forward to Giacomin. Gets it through Quicko's legs, and now it's Liebler to regroup for the Red Army. Trying to set up to Gorman, intercepted by Garrick. Off of Giacomin's skate, he will regroup. Pass was intended for DeMeza though. Here comes Giacomin looking to set up here. Misses DeMeza, will have to regroup. Lightning Lou now covered by Quicko. Heads into the deep slot, looking to set up over to the McCants, and it's in. And just like that, it was almost inevitable what was going to happen. Red Army were following the puck too much, and they left the wide open McCants on the left side, and the Yellow Jackets tie it up with 4:45. Again, that could have been better played by the Red Army defense. You know, all the Yellow Jackets doing is slowly moving it around. You can see that their struggles, their miscaps here, and right now, yet the Red Army is just out of sorts right now. Pontello off the puck. Gets it up to RT3. RT3 now looking to set up back over to Nader. Looking to set back again, and Schrader comes up with the save in addition to some other fun prizes.
Marty been calling for the next game. I need like 8 beers to do. I'm still up. He needs 8 beers. You're Irish, dude. I think an Irish guy. Oh, sure.
4:34 to go. We're all tied up here at 4. Nader versus Armstrong. Well, Burge now sets up to Paganella. Puck now back over to Lussman. We'll find a Neil Armstrong. Pontello gets it stripped loose from Armstrong, but here comes McCants the other way. Will fire looking to set up to Armstrong. Just out of the reach, could not finish. And here comes Pontello the other way, gets the pass off to RT3. Toller with the puck now gets it back over to Nader. Shoots it right into Paganella. Trying to set up to Pontello, but just out of his reach and Toller's. Reaching now back over to Armstrong. Puck will get around over to Lussman, but instead it's intercepted by Pontello. Pontello will have to regroup. Hits it off of McCann's stick. Look out. Bad news coming the other way, and now it's over to Lussman off the boards. We'll dump it in the Red Army zone. Here comes Roberge. Now back over to Ricci. Another puck bouncing around. Pontello now gets it off to Roberge. Ricci with the puck working off of McCants. And now we'll feed it off to Pontello. Looking for a wide open shot to Finley, just out of his reach. And here comes an icing call, and
make him run, do something.
Unbelievable. Pontello's pass just a little bit out of Finley's reach. What big play could we have seen from Tom Finley had that puck pass could have been more in his direction? Lots of things. I mean, right there, a wide open Tom Finley, and that could have been real dangerous, especially on a 1-on-0 pass against Arnie Strader. That could have been an opportunity to retake the lead, but now it's back in the Red Army zone. Puck over to Garrett. Quickle now off the boards, looking to get this one set up to Finley. And just out of Sharina's reach, this one now sliding all the way to the red line. Garrett will regroup. Sets up to Finley. And Sharina will get this one cleared out. Now back over to Quickle. Sets up to Jeff. Jeff Toller firing the shot. Deflected off of Sincata. This one going back the other direction. Bad news again for the Red Army. Sincata with the shot. Deflected off of Chewy. And the puck will slide to an open Howie Jackson. Will try to set up the Finley. Piece of it by Tish. Now back over to Sharina. Makes a move off of Liebler. Now trying to make another move off of Jeff Toller, but lost control of the puck. And now Jackson with a lot of room. He'll flip the puck high, looking for Tom Finley, just out of his reach, but here comes Giacomin the other way. 2:15 to go. Red Army have to make their lineup change fast. Here comes Giacomin looking to make an opportunity happen. Giacomin lost control of the puck. Now back over to Robert. Puck bouncing around, now looks for Gorman. Deflected by Paganella. Shoots it high. Giacomin looking to set up now, back over to Pullman. Deflected off of Liebler. Puck flipping high again, gets around Buckholz. 1:45 to go. This one off the boards, now over to Demeza. Looking to set up to Giacomin. Fires a shot, bounces off, and it's in. Oh my God, what a heartbreaker for the Red Army here with 1:36 to go. That's got to be a sick feeling for the Red Army right now to see a shot like that happen. Again, a sick feeling indeed. That's got to be real hurtful, because I mean, the way the Red Army have been playing, you would think the average storyline would be the Red Army could either tie this one up or perhaps even win this one, but just a shot like that really kills any kind of momentum right now. That's really hurts, and now for the Red Army, they need to work something out right now. So expect the timeout to be coming up real quick. Pullman trying to come with a breakup. Here comes Roberge. Now looking around for Nader. Toller slips, but now it's back over to Pullman. Hits Pontello's backside. And RT3 trying to get some momentum going. This one now back over to Giacomin. Back over to Pullman. Pontello fires the fast slap shot. Could have went through, but just out of his reach. Now from Demeza, this one back over to McCanson for the final minute. McCanson fires the shot, shoots it around Chewy. Demeza trying to go through, and that's going to do it. What a real sickening final third period, though. 48 seconds to go. Red Army had things going, and then everything just collapsed through the roof. Really unfortunate feeling now. Yeah, of course, again, you know, Red Army's getting there, but of course, you know, they had everything in too. I mean, like, look at the first period. Red Army had a couple of opportunity shots here, could not capitalize through, and now we'll see what's going to go on here. Well, right now with the Yellow Jackets pretty much icing the game with 48 seconds to go, Red Army are still going to call a timeout. I'm not sure how you're going to rebound from 2 goals in 48 seconds with the way this Yellow Jacket has just spurted off those 2 goals, though. Yeah, I mean, again, anything can happen. You know, we've seen crazier things happen, but again, all game today, we've seen a couple of opportunities for Angelo Pontello to try to get through, but of course he gives it up to one of the other players, and that automatically knocks down some opportunity shots. You know, Angelo Pontello is not going to be that kind of player that takes it up himself and puts it through. He will always be passing it to his players no matter which team he's on. So I mean, it's a draw on how to re-strategize that position, but you have to look at the way this Red Army team is played. Again, not a lot of opportunities for the Red Army, of course, but at the same time now with 6 men coming out, I'm not sure what you're going to do, but either way, you have to give credit to the Red Army. They are making some plays happen. They're getting better a little bit by little bit, but this looks like today is not going to be a victory for them. Here comes McCants. He's going to look to try to fire the shot, but now comes Pontello. And he's going to cough the puck up. Looking for reach. He shoots up to Strader. Will knock it away. Puck over to Garrett, just out of Finley's reach, and here comes Lussman. And Lussman now looking to get this one off to Neil Armstrong. It'll be for an icing call with 22.5 seconds to go. Finley versus Lussman on the face-off. Here comes Toller looking for the open shot, bouncing through, and there's an open puck, but referee's going to halt play. I don't know if it was a... No, it looks like the net might have been off balance. 17.5 seconds now remain. So now back to Sharina. He'll get this one cleared out off the boards. Quickle's going to skate back for it, and that's pretty much going to do it for this game. Final score, Yellow Jackets 6, Red Army 4, and there's the official buzzer. But again, Andy, with the way this Red Army team was playing at first, we thought we might have been able to see a first win from this squad. Yeah, and of course, with the way they've been playing, it's just really good. I mean, what we just saw right there with this Red Army team, that makes a huge statement right there, because remember, the Red Army right now are the weakest team in this league. And for the Yellow Jackets to barely escape at the last second with 2 extra goals, that needs to be a problem Neil Armstrong needs to address right now. Is these forwards need to start playing a little bit more defense and need to start stepping up, because in a game like this, other teams like the Green Hornets and Grey Wolves would have easily capitalized, and this game could have been a blowout had it been either those two teams. But to say the least, once again, these Yellow Jackets escape with a win. They improved to 3-1. That's all that matters every Sunday, just taking it one game at a time. Now for the Red Army to drop 0-4, again, for Red Army fans, this is something they need to get used to at this point. They're not going to be one of the top 2 teams. They are going to either be a 3rd seed or a 4th seed come playoff time. But now for the Red Army, it's just how to get your guys together. You have the rest of these weeks to, strategize, look for the winning formula, because once the regular season ends, come playoff time, that's when the real deal shows. So for an 0-4 start, what can you do? It just happens. One team's got to be 0-4. But of course, this has been another production of the Pontello Broadcasting Network, and we thank our viewers for watching this game. And be sure to stick around for the second game of the doubleheader, as the Grey Wolves will take on the undefeated Green Hornets. So we'll see how that game turns out.
Yeah, stealing my move. I break a skip with those.
And so with that, for Andy Townsend, I'm Angelo Pontello saying so long, good night, and we will catch you all around later.
Junior.